Oh, oh, everybody. There's nobody here yet, and there might not be. So, if you're watching this after the event, which it looks like most of you will be, um, I hope you might have watched my two live streams yesterday. Um, and they were there to um, introduce really my thought of doing an end-to-end layout in the conservatory, which is where I am now. Um, and welcome to number one, whoever you might be. If you can comment, please do so. Thank you. But if not, I don't want to go through everything I went through. Oh, I've lost one as well. No, that didn't last very long, did it? Oh dear. It was quite an interesting few hours yesterday, split between the two streams. Oh, hello, number one. Are you the same one back, hopefully, or are you a new one? If you can comment, lovely. If not, just keep watching, please. At least I've got one on. Yeah, so I've been to a few shows, and just very quickly, I found a book with sort of little layouts in, which I'm not going to do because they're too wide. Hello, number two. And I thought I'd do one of my own. And I've got a conservatory where I've got a sort of a top, really, of a unit that can accommodate one. I've lost them all again. Oh dear. I'm just going to lower that camera a bit. It looks a bit way up, doesn't it? Hello, Mick92. I've had people in and out. I've had one in and then he went. Then I had another one and they went. And you come in now and you said something. So that's great. Hopefully you'll stay. I just want to lower the camera down. I seem to be as though, it's above me. Hang on a minute. I'll be back. Hope you don't get too seasick. That might be better. Let's try that. Is that better? That's better, isn't it? Yeah, believe it or not, I got everything set up. Well, not everything yet, but I've got the computer set up for StreamYard and forgotten to put the cameras on the computer, which doesn't help, does it? So I did those two streams yesterday, and I had a few suggestions, didn't I? And I think it was either, I'm pretty sure it was Ben at Eagle Creek Railroad. We've got Andy. Oh, hello, on dog. Well done, Andy. I was getting lonely there. I've been broadcasting for 4 minutes and I've only got two on. Blimey. Not a good day today, perhaps. So, yeah, I think Ben at Eagle Creek Railroad made the suggestion, but it could have equally have been High at H&H Express Model N scale trains, who did a live stream straight after me yesterday evening. I'm not sure which one it was. I have tried to look through. What went very well, Andy? The streams yesterday, or H&H Express Model N scale trains from last night? Which, to be honest, I did sort of find it and was going to go on, but it was only for subscribers, and having not watched him at all, I didn't really want to subscribe straight away. So I might have a look at what he does. But there we are. As you tend, if you keep going and keep subscribing to everybody, you get loads. My stream's good. I'm hoping that his went as well. He seems to be in the same idiom as Anthony with all his different cameras and everything. You know, I'm assuming he's in America. They seem to get far faster broadband, although we are beginning to catch up. We are getting people around here. I was talking to a telephone engineer on my way to the doctor's yesterday or the day before, and he was sort of putting in 100 megabit connection. Lightstream, I think it was called. I think they're advertising a lot. Can I have me tea? So, yeah. So really, the reason for this is either Eagle Creek, Ben at Eagle Creek, or Hyatt H&H Express suggested running the runaround track into the engine shed track. And I did give him a few reasons for not doing that. But having looked at it, I think it's a cracking good idea, actually. So I've been playing this morning and managing to cut my finger on a fish plate. Only a little bit. Yeah, I got that impression. He had a lot of electronic components, didn't he? Although I have got some electronic components on my railway upstairs, not many. He's Dutch, yeah, okay. So not American. So they've got good broadband over there as well then, okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I'm hoping I get a few more on than 2, but if I don't, it doesn't matter because people can look at it afterwards, can't they? And hopefully the title will pull them in. So I think the only way I can do this is to move the camera and show you what I've got. You know, Hemel down. Hello, hi. If you've ever been on my streams or whatever, or I've been on yours, you'll know that I'm not very good at names. So I'm not quite sure what your name. I have watched you, and you've been on before, I know, but yeah, it doesn't work. It's I think it's been at number 10, you know, I don't know. You're Mark. Hello, Mark. Cheers. But don't expect me to remember it unless I look down and read it again, because I'm really, really awful. I hate it. And you might say, what reason have I got to do live streams when I upset all my visitors because I don't know their names? But there we are. Too many names. Yeah, absolutely. Although some people manage to do it. I mean, Hot Dog Andy there is very good at remembering the names. Hello, Steve Southwick. Welcome to the stream. So I'm pretty sure that you, Mark, and maybe Steve there weren't there yesterday with my 2 other streams. So in a nutshell, I've got the layout upstairs, which I'm not going to change. I've done all that wiring and oh dear. But I did think I could do a little end-to-end down in this conservatory, which is where I'm talking to you from. And I did explain it yesterday and sort of show a bit then. So if you haven't seen them, perhaps have a quick look through. I mean, they're only about an hour long on each one, so it's not like you got to go through. Hello, Colin. Welcome, young sir. That's getting. Oh, we've got 10 now. Oh, that's all right. So ostensibly, this stream is just to show you the changes I've made after some suggestions I had yesterday from people that were on the stream. And I will say their names again. It's either Ben at Eagle Creek Railroad, which I think it is him, but I'm not sure, but I think it is. I did look through the 2 streams to try and find it, but I didn't. Or it's High at H&H Express Model N scale trains, who I've been told is Dutch. So if either of you come on or you see them and they come on, just find out if you can. Hello, Mike at Putnam Junction. There we are, man with his name at the front, a bit like me. Right, So I've got to get on with this because I don't really want it to run too long, and I'm sure you've got other things to do, but maybe not with the rain coming down. And we've got this storm coming in tomorrow and Thursday, haven't we? God blimey, that looks a bit bad. But looking at the weather forecast today, they've only got winds of about 55, 60 here, and I'm on the coast, so might be all right. Oh dear, right. So I'm going to switch you on to the static camera that we had yesterday, and then I'll move this one that's looking at me a bit closer in, I think. So be with you in a minute. Here we go. There we are. So it has changed a bit. Whether you could, I'm sure with your very good memories, you can sort of remember what it was a bit like last time. And I would say it's still not ideal, but I don't quite know really how to improve this one. Although I didn't think I could improve yesterday's one, did I? So, well, you just texted Ben, thank you. Right, so you've got that one, and I'll go and get the other one sort of where most of the action, but swap that around here. You might be able to hear the rain. Actually, it's coming down fairly firmly today. Right, what I don't know is what I'm pointing at. So that's the only trouble when I can't see the screen. Could I in fact turn that around a bit? Might be able to. Let's have a look. Did I pull any leads out? Right. Okay. And now I need the mouse over here. Oh, here. Right, so I'm going to give you the other picture, and then I can try and adjust it, hopefully. Yeah. Oh yes, that rain is definitely coming down. And I'm sorry if I ignore some of the comments. Keep fiddling, yeah, you could well be right there, young sir. Yep, absolutely. Although if I fiddle like I did this morning, I might run out of fingers, but there we are. And I must admit the placid nature was going a little bit, you know. So I've got 13 on. Welcome everybody. I'm assuming that some of you can't comment, but so you're welcome to the stream and have a look. So let's have a look. Yeah. So what was the problem with the one yesterday, I think, and everybody sort of commented on it, was how small the runaround was. So if I pull that out a bit, I've made that quite a bit bigger. And if you notice, I've had to use black tack to hold the track reasonably in position, because using flexi track, which I have on a couple of extra bits, it just pulls everything out of the way, out of position, and it's still not dead right. I mean, I've got some nasty sort of joints that we need to overcome, but it is usable, and you can run. Well, I haven't run a train round it yet, but I can show you. I've got my Ginty here, the one that doesn't work. So as you can see, the engine goes past, but the carriages. So if you tried to run around with the carriages, it wouldn't work. But if you have just uncouple the engine and do it, it's not connected up yet. I haven't brought the computer in from next door. So the engine will actually, as far as I know, run round. There we are. And I think even the even the large prairie will sort of do it. There we are. Now, when it's being rocked about by being moved electrically, I'm not sure. We'll have to give it a go. But there we are. And these two carriages, which I would think are probably going to be the biggest one I'm going to bring down here, it will just about work. And I've altered where the tunnel is, if you notice. I've got slightly longer fiddle yard, and done some alterations there. And if you notice, I'll move this in a bit more, try not to make you sick. And also I notice it looks horrible when you move it about by hand. If I move these carriages out of the way for a minute, we'll go into there. There we are. I've actually moved the whole thing towards the wall. So these two here were over here. So I've slid that board back to fill that void that I had, if you remember from yesterday. So that does seem to work. But we've still got the problem that with those two carriages in either of those sidings, we can't run another train past them from the other siding. I think a small goods would work, but basically it blocks whatever logo you put on it. So I could do with maybe a little bit more refining there, but this is the size. If you notice the end, this end here, hang on, where are we? This end here is overrunning the board by about an inch. Now that is okay because the door will miss it. So part of this thing is to decide how big a board. So you can see it just about misses. I could make it maybe another half an inch longer. I don't know. Yeah, you'll probably see that, can't you? But I think I've decided fairly early on that I wanted to be able to open and close the door whenever, and not have to take anything out. But whether I will stick to that, I think I probably will. Now, where's the next bit? Right, track foot. So where I've just moved those carriages to, if you notice, it's now curving away from the bypass and going straight into the engine shed there. And if I didn't have to, if I could get an extra point, I could have the two lines into the engine shed, which is what it's designed for, or I could have an unloading dock instead of an engine shed. Possibly do that. And I suppose if you did that with that, you could maybe make a small engine shed with this one with the open wagons on it. It would have to be a single track one, but we could do that. So it's all possibilities, shall I say? Yeah, possibilities. So what I'm also thinking about doing, I do want to be able to move this, and I think something sort of nearly 7 foot long is going to be a bit cumbersome, for getting it through doors and so forth. So I think to make it easy for myself, I'm going to put a joint across here, and it seems to just about maybe miss that point. And have a complete separate board there. So from there to the frame there, and then a complete board on that end, and that will prevent me from having to cut the board you know, cut all that bit away from a complete board. And to join it, if you remember, if you were with me yesterday, I said I'm going to sort of make a sandwich, aren't I? So I'm having a top layer. I'm then having some, well, effectively it's battens in between a bottom layer, which then will be screwed on. And if I take the batten back on one edge, so if I take the batten back on the joint here, so in other words, have the edge of the board there and then the batten back there, I can then overset the batten on the other one to clip in. And then the only thing I've got to sort out then is how to connect the wires. But if it overlaps here, which it will, you know, I could have some sort of little, well, even just a couple of cables that clip together with a plug, couldn't I? So it's only going to be basically a two, you know, dropper wires with a buzz round, a couple of buzz. I don't need all the extra bits that I did upstairs. Right, so I'll put you back on the other camera, and I'll bring this one back for me to be in shot. And we'll see how we go. Hello, Primo. I'm sorry I'm ignoring you, but it's more of a work in progress, this, rather than a, you know, an out-and-out stream sort of thing. So let's see if I can get the other camera going. Where is it? There we are. Right, I'm swapping it now. I might have well moved it. Okay. So right. So I'll just move this because I've moved it a bit. I'll go up a bit so you get more of an elevated view. Yeah. Okay. What's that like? I can't get it all in. Probably going up has made it worse, isn't it? Let's go down a bit. I'll show you the main bit at the end there, really, because that's what I've altered really today, and the others have just followed suit. Right, let's get this one back. I need it. Right, let's turn the computer around again. Bring that over. Get me tea. Okay, so come back to my mic. I might have to just adjust the camera because you can't see whatever. I hope you're all having good chats. Oh, thank you very much for hitting the likes, and we've got 17 on. It's not too bad, is it? You know, as just a quick live session. So I'm quite pleased with that, I must admit. Am I in shot? Oh, there we are. Right. So, what I'd like to ask you, well, first of all, do you think that the alterations I've made have improved it? And if you don't think it has, why not? And would you like to see some trains running on it? I've got the Prairie, I've got the Bubble Car, the 121. Again, I've got the Ginty I've got both Ginties. I haven't got the 08 or the 20 at the moment, but I could go and get it. It's only in the other room. It's better, Mick. Good. Hello, David Crompton. Welcome. If this is the first time I've seen you. So, Andy, is that affirmative for running trains, or is that affirmative for it's better than yesterday's? Oh, tea's nice. And you can see I put another shirt on. Save me putting the badge on again. Hello, Chimney. 395, yes. Well, it is in the database, absolutely. And I have actually got the power car down here, so we could have a laugh and try it. You want to see the trains? Okay, well, there's one that would like to see some trains running. And hello, Kelly. Took a long time to find me, dear. I've been going for 25 minutes. Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll have a go at that, Kelly. Right, so what I've got to do is I've got to get the computer in to control it with. I have looked to make sure that what I think's on there is on there, and it is. So I'll have a go. Hello, Ben. Where's Ben? You're in, Ben, are you? Blimey, how long ago did you come in, young sir? Oh, there you are. Oh, my. Oh, blimey. Right, can I ask you, Ben, was it you that suggested using the sort of the goods bit or the engine shed bit to go in? It was either yourself or Hi from H&H Express Model N gauge scale trains. I got a feeling it was you, but I couldn't find you in the chat. I looked through it, and I believe it was on the first one I did. But yes, I just could not find it, you know. So can you affirm that I did choose the right person? And if I haven't, you've still got the credit for doing it at the moment. Right, I've finished my tea. So while you answer that, I'll go and try and get this other computer in. Oh, well, mind that one. Well, I've got the mouse. I've got the mouse. All I need now is a computer. Right, so turned it on. Yeah, right. So I need to plug in the lead, which is sitting there. Right, and turn on the power to it, which is hopefully over here. And I think that big light will come on because I connected it in yesterday. Yes, there we are. Never mind. Yeah. Right. Oh yes, and you'll be pleased to know I've got a cushion. That was really hard yesterday, that chair. Really was. Right. Am I missing? I'll just wait for that to... Okay, so it was, last night. You did? Okay, Ben, yeah. I did answer you. I sort of said, well, it's going to limit what can go in, but in fact, the way I've set this up now, it's almost longer than it was before, so it's pretty good. I think it's November the... Right. What do I need? It's really strange going and using Railmaster again. It really is. You have to sort of remind yourself how you do it and, whatever. I'm just going to... Oh yeah, it's that one in. Right, that. See if I can just turn that light off while that loads. It's a foot switch. Oh, always helpful. Right, we're getting here. Please wait. So it actually doesn't take any longer, I don't think, than iTrains. Right. Right, thank you. I'll have a look at the second screen. You always wear shorts. It's nice to know. Right. What's the good news that Kelly given us? Is it about the shorts? Looks like it. Very rare to catch Robert's stream in daylight. Whoa, there was one yesterday. And there won't be one tonight. I don't think I'm going to do another one tonight. After all, you can have too much of a good thing. That's if this is a good thing. I don't know. I'm glad you're calm, Kelly. Perhaps I should have some of that as well. Right, let's. I'll get the layout from upstairs in shot. It looks funny with a blank screen, which is what I have. So if this all works, I think what I'll do is I'll scrub this layout that's in here from upstairs, because I'm never ever going to use it up there again, I don't think. And it has changed a bit since I did it. Right, so let's do a bit of sorting out here. So I'm going to take those two off. No, they can go on here. And I don't know. What I'll do is I'll show you the layout now. So let's go back to the other camera. Right, here we are. So I hope that's all right for you. That's a rather. What was that all about? Okay, fair enough. It was a good thing. Oh, thank you very much. If that's what I think it means. I'm a bit out of here trying to get this to go. So, right, I'm going to bring back the carriages that I can never blame in say, and I think we'll bring in the thing. I just need to move that out. So that is a problem, as you can see, that I just haven't got enough room there to do what I want to do. So let's get those on again. Right, we are, and I think we'll try that with the this large prairie, shall we? Hopefully. Oh dear. Right. Yeah. Oh, not on at the back. There we are. Right. So let's couple it up. So I've got odd couplings again, but that's what we have, isn't it? Might be all right. So as you can see, I haven't actually got enough room here to get an engine there, so I'm going to have to remove one of these, I think. So they will be very short goods trains, I'm afraid. And there's only one engine I can put on this, and that is this one, because it's got the 15XX, because it's got the right coupling on the back of it. There we are. That just about fits in by about 1/4 of an inch. Right, so let's have a go, shall we? So I'm going to send the passenger train in to where the station will be. Now the station's going to be here, and I'm hoping to sort of build a bit more there. So this will be an end, sort of just a short one for maybe the 121, which I've got over there, which we'll try in a minute. And then this will be the major stopping for the more than one carriage trains. Now, I put those carriages on because they're slightly shorter than the others. So there'll be a little bit more room to play with, because it's the problem with this is trying to stop it in the right place. And the other problem is, what I really want to do is have some uncoupling ramps, like the for the KDs. But the trouble is, a lot of these small carriages have got fixed, the old type Hornby ones, so it's a bit difficult. So anyway, let's get some noise going. And it's that one, isn't it? Let's see if it works, shall we? Hey, we have steam. We should have a long whistle, hopefully, have we? No, that wasn't a long whistle, was it? No, that's a long whistle. There we are. So we're just. Oh, so you can see this is still not hidden from view on the main scenic bit. So it's still thing. And I don't think an extra inch, which is what I said, or even half inch, is going to make any difference with this engine. But of course, if I have the Ginty, then yes, you're probably almost, well, you're back slightly behind the tunnel, So still a bit of work in progress. So let's go forward and see how we go, shall we? Got my uncoupling stick here. Oh, hang on. Wrong loco. Wrong loco, everybody. Bring back I trains. Bring back I trains. All right, hang on. I need to slow it down. There we are. Okay, right, where's the prairie? I didn't bring the prairie up here, I don't think. What I've tried to do is get them up here, but that one doesn't seem to be here, does it? So I'll see if I can find it. That's why I haven't got it in here. I didn't check that one. Hey, it's all going wrong again, everybody. Oh dear. It's quite a new loco, isn't it? So it might not actually be on here. No, I don't think I've got it. Okay, right. Plan B, peoples. So we'll take the prairie that is in for servicing, having a go, and we'll do it with the Ginty, shall we? There we are. At least the coupling matches up. Right, let's have another go. We've got a short circuit, have we? Okay. What I like about both of my systems is if you do get a short circuit, it's so easy just to clear it. The DigiKey 5000 is just as easy, you just push a button and it's done. And it's very quick on things. So let's have some sound from the Ginty. And we'll have a short whistle. And we'll try that again, shall we, everybody? Yeah. Live streams, do we love them? Of course we do. Now, it's probably likely to stutter. I suspect. I go a bit quicker. Yeah. Let's see if we can stop it in the right place. A little bit more. A bit much, but we'll see. Right, so I'm going to now see if I can do it, and I think it's come what's the name? Let's unhook it, and I'll just push it forward because I can't. That's it, and we'll see if we can actually go around. So here we go again. Keep it forward. I'm hoping you can see the action. Let me have a look. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, slightly, can't you? Okay. Good. Are you still with me? Any steamy will do. You're easily pleased, Kelly. Well done. Right, let's see if we bang the carriages, shall we? Oh, sorry. That was entirely unintentional, I assure you. Right, let's go backwards and see if we can do it and whether it'll actually go right across without stopping. I think I'm probably going to catch the carriage. Let's have a look. Yep. So I like to see. I've not done this, so it's the first time. I mean, I've got plenty of room here, I think. Well, reasonable, quarter of an inch. So let's stop it here, and I suspect it will stop, but we'll see how we go. So there we are. We'll come forward, and amazingly, I've actually got the coupling on the front that'll work as well. Good God. How did that work? There we go. Let's have a little. Okay. So I think in proper operation, if the platform went further towards the corner of the room, the whole thing would be pushed back a bit. So we'll have to see how big I make platforms and whatever. But to all intents and purposes now, that's all ready to go. And she can go out with her train. So let's do that. So change direction. No, we need to go backwards, don't we? So let's have another, do a long one today, shall we? Nice long whistle. I do like that one actually. I quite enjoyed that. So let's go. Oh dear. Got to get his copybook. And out of scene it will go to a certain extent. And in fact, you can actually, it is actually behind the face of the tunnel entrance, only just. So the next bit to do is to turn the sound off as though it's fading into the countryside. That's it. And I need to take her off. There we are. Oh, I'll do that, peoples. These are the sort of things that happen when you're doing a live stream. You just do things that maybe a bit too quick. And of course, most of this track is fitted down. Now, I can't even leave the carriages on because it wouldn't get past. So we need to take these off. And they can go back to the other ones. And I think what we'll do now is we'll take the the banana wagons into the unloading area, I think. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it into the end and we'll see how we get on. So let's give it a second go at the sound. Okay, and yeah, that's okay. And then we need that one there. How's the time going? Oh, nearly been going an hour, I think. Are we all okay, everybody? I know I'm ignoring you, but you know, I've only got one engineer here, you know. Yeah, it's a nice little engine, that Ginny. It's only, you know, it's only a cheap Hornby one, and in fact, the one that I was pushing around that's got no motor in it, that expired. The motor sort of did, all the gears went. And all I did is I think I paid about 35 quid for the other Ginty, and then I just transferred all the sound stuff into it, you know, which worked quite well. So yeah, I like my little Ginty. It's still, I think, got a slight problem with one of the pickups on one of the front wheels, which I think is why it's a little bit more skittish on here than maybe the others, you know. It does indeed. 46 minutes I've been going. No, not quite an hour yet. So, right. So the plan now, it's no good taking the 15XX into the, well, we'll call it an unloading shed for the time being instead of an engine shed, because then it's trapped in there, isn't it? So what we need to do is swap over from one end to the other. So let's get it into the sort of the platform, which I think they would do. So let's have a short whistle. That's short enough. And we'll make the move. No, we won't. It's in reverse. Let's change over. That's better. So the fireman's just, or the engineer's just push the lever to go forward, and we're going to go. So this is obviously coming in from another branch, and hopefully it will transverse everything. I don't think that point there is very good. So I'm going to try and uncouple that. What's it name? So that would work with one under the rails. So we'll go forward again. Little whistle. So remember that most of these locos are set up to use on I-trains. This point doesn't seem to have a very strong spring in it. So unlike, you know, they will stop quite quickly, which helps. So we now need to go in reverse. Now what I'm not quite sure about is I've got a magnetic coupling on the back of this banana wagon, which was I think for the class 20 yesterday. It might be a good idea to twiddle that. What I find a bit strange with this is when you take the throttle right off, it almost goes silent. You don't think the sound's on. So I'm going to see if the magnetic will connect onto the normal coupling, the small coupling there. There we go. If it doesn't, I don't quite know what we do. I don't really want to put a magnetic coupling on it because I've got no way then of uncoupling it in there, have I? What I'd like to do is actually push it into the shed, you know, and then pull out again. So let's have a look. Yeah. So still going to have a bit of a problem uncoupling it, but we'll see how we get on. Yes, certainly doesn't like that point much, does it? There we are. Does help if you stop it, doesn't it? Right, so now we're going to go into there without falling off the edge, hopefully. So let's go forward again. Let's have a long blast this time. And away we go. So this may well uncouple some of these wagons because they're pretty light. We'll have to see. Right. So what I've got to do now is we're going to go backwards. I'm going to give it a bit of welly, and I'm just going to hold the banana wagon. I'm hoping it'll pull away. There we are. So of course this could all be done with KDs and have the magnetic catches underneath, you know. There we are. So we'll leave. Could you see the firebox glow? I think I missed the buffers just about. So I'm going to take this one off. And are you still with me, or are we all thoroughly bored and all going off to the takeaway? Okay, and we've got 18 on, so I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah, it's not doing too bad, Ben. I'm reasonably happy. I mean, you know, and I've actually, you know, I've got bumps in the track where I've got the black tack, you know, to hold it. So it should be better if it's all glued down on a flat surface. We'll see how we go. As I say, I think the Gins is a bit skittish because I think there is a problem with one of the pickups. It's got when you put the tester on it, it looks as though there's a break in the connection between the pickup and where it goes into the decoder. But it's not because the pickup isn't hitting the wheel. It's as though there's a break in the copper that connects it. And I keep meaning to just solder a little wire between them to see if it works. And I've got a pussycat down there wondering what's going on. Not mine. Hello, Wyvern. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry I'm not being completely attentive. And Jean, welcome to you too, sir. I've got my engineer's hat on at the moment. So I think the next thing to do is I don't know. Yeah, let's do the. So we now got the. We're going to have the 10121 coming, aren't we? With a passenger, some passengers, which is it's really light, that loco, it really is. So I think I've got it on here, haven't I? Yeah, there it is. So this has got sound. So let's get the and the lights. I've got the lights on. Yep, lights are on. Sound. Right, so we're coming into the. We're coming in from outside. Do the points, and we'll go into the little bay station. I would think. Interesting to see if it hits those open wagons. Missed it. But there we are. So as you can see, I still get some funny engine sounds because of the settings I've got on the decoder, I think. So I might play with that. The thing is, you can play and play forever and you still don't get it all as you want it. But, you know, I'm happy with how it's working. So slam the doors. Doesn't want to do that. Okay. Must have the wrong number. There's a guard buzzer there. No. Oh, yes. Oh, that's a bit faint. Right. Let's go out and carry on. Back to whence it came. Well, there we are. So that's off on its journeys. Another one bites the dust. So I think it's so how are we doing for how long have I been on? Just coming up to an hour. Well, I can, but I don't want to go back to factory resets, Colin, because I'd have to do it all over again. And they seem to be working reasonably well. I mean, as long as if you're doing it manually, you can just move the throttle up slowly, can't you? Like you can on iTrains, to be honest. Yeah, I think you're probably right. So what I was hoping with that little base station was to be able to get the 101 in, but obviously that's not going to work. But it may well go on the main platform, and obviously you don't need to run round, do you? So that would be all right. Yeah, what's the music about, Andy? Right, yeah. So what we need to do now, I think, is to get the banana waggers have been unloaded, and they've avoided all the tarantulas that came out of them, and it needs to be taken off to be filled up again. So we need a loco to do that. Any ideas, anybody? And I'll go and get it now. Right. Does anybody know what I'm going to use? One, two, one exhaust. Right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Never mind, Kelly. Well, I think if Alan is a DMU, then yes, I agree. But if I'm the bubble car, then maybe not. There we are. I've never been. You've not heard of? The tarantulas I think do sometimes appear in. When they unload them from the ships, there are tarantulas in the bunches because they're pretty tight together. The bunches, aren't they? As a special treat, Jimmy, I might just try it on. Whether it's going to work on here, I don't know. We'll see. But what I thought I'd use is what I'm about to put on the layout now. And what we'll do is the main depot got a phone call, and maybe even on an old plastic phone, to send a loco to take the banana wagons away. So we'll have a go with that. And I suspect you can't actually see that, can you? No. Let's get rid of Jimmy. You don't want him in the way, do you? You want to see the trains, everybody. And actually, if I got rid of that as well, we would have an even bigger view. There we are. So, yeah, let's start her up and we'll bring her in. And we'll set the road, as Andy says, and see how we get on. So, where is she? There she is. Right, let's. This might give it to you. If you mean the class 50, Jen, then I don't think it would fit on here. It would be too big. It's quite a big loco. And this says another 050. I'm not sure about. Quite possible. You're not doing too bad, Kelly. To be honest, you're doing all right here. Yeah, that's true, Jimmy. Yeah. Well, I think the problem might be that if we get global warming and we warm up, they might actually, start breeding here. You're getting some live stock as well, are you, Kelly? Well done. You feed it trees. Oh, well, look, it all comes out, It's amazing what we learn on these streams, isn't it? Well done, Colin. Right. Does anybody know what I've got on from the engine sound? You have 2 minutes. Oh no, less than 2 minutes. Got 30 seconds to say. Okay, type in, everybody. You've got scorpions down south and parrots. Okay. Well, I think old Peter Dixon's got some pretty exotic birds outside his shed, hasn't he? Shirts and shorts. Is that, I take it, a reference to what's on there? No, not a bubble car. Yeah, you're not far away there, young Kelly. So you won't like it. So yes, if shirts and shorts is a class 20, and I assume it's 2 class 20s, then I've got half of that. So I've only got one. But let's bring it out. Peter Dixon, yeah, that's him. Right, let's get this working. So it's just coming in from the depot, which is a little way away, and we've got to go, I think, in reverse, haven't we? So let's have a horn. Well, might be better if I do it on the right flaming control, mightn't it? There we are. Here she comes. Oh, a bit feeble. Stay on the track. That's a good boy. So these are going to violently connect with this. So let's slow it down a bit and do it gently. So I think these are hung couplings that I've got on here. And that's the only thing that if you're trying to do a layout like this, it doesn't look realistic, does it? Because they wouldn't jump in and couple up. So that's where I think the other type are better because you can uncouple them and they look more realistic, I think. But they are expensive, I agree. So let's no reason to stay here. We'll go. Taking all the nasty little spiders with them. With a bit of welly. And then shut it down quick. Look, I'm glad I put a buffer on the end of that. Okay, so that's disappeared. So what else have we got to do? Yes, I think we've got one last thing we can do. So we'll take that off. And I think we're going to have for Kelly, Miss Ginty again. Yeah, Miss Ginty. So again, they've had another call from to the depot, and another loco is going to come to take off what we need to get rid of. So let's go. Let's have some sound. A whistle. Take the brake off. Although, of course, it wouldn't be braking, it would be coming in on the main line, wouldn't it? Oh, that was a bit sudden. Okay, and we're going to take these out, these empties. No, didn't want to couple up. There we are. We know what it's like with couplings, don't we, everybody? Will it be long enough, I think, to get me? Oh, yes, I'm going to run up the end. So that wouldn't actually be quite long enough, I don't think, for that thing. It would. It's literally a quarter of an inch from the end. So let's just click that. And we'll come out again. And I'll turn the sound off to the rapido. Oh dear. Here you go. I'm hoping the batteries will last on these computers. I did charge them right up. Come on, Jimmy, keep going. Good boy. That's it. Right, stop there. So they certainly wouldn't run these backwards like they would maybe a push before you. So we need to now get that sorted, don't we? So we'll do that, and we'll do that, and we'll do that, and run her into there. Okay, uncouple. Sit forward. So and away she goes. And there we are, everybody. So, let's go back to me in shop, if you're still here. 15, we've lost a few, which I'm not surprised about. But thank you very much for all staying on. And let's come back to me. Okay, so we've been going, hang on, I'll get rid of that. We've been going an hour and 13, so I think I'm only going to go a couple more minutes. And I see that Mick's gone, is he? So bye-bye, Mick. So yeah, I enjoyed that. You know, it is controlling the train, albeit with a computer. And I know a lot of you don't like that. You like to have a hello, Adi. I'm about to go, sir. But please look back because I've been running some trains. I've got a new sort of a layout. I have changed it. Yeah. So yeah, I do. I know a lot of people don't like the sound because it's not the right amount of beats and everything on the wheels and all that. But I just think it adds a whole new thing. I mean, obviously you can get smoke; it's even better. But yeah, I'll pass on that because I don't actually think that most of these locos that smoke, it's not really convincing, is it? It's, there's not the volume of smoke that you'd have as you start off, and I know they are now getting it coming out the cylinders that you can have, which is quite effective, but it's all sort of a bit washy for me. And it's expensive to get it done. So, yeah, Primo, it's can any of you have a think about what you've seen, and can any of you think of any sort of again, alterations that would make it a bit better. I think, prefer this to what I had yesterday. So doing the streams yesterday was well worth the while. And I obviously would like to thank everybody that contributed to that. So I'm not gonna do any more streams, you'll be pleased to know. Because I must get this video out for my new loco. But I've still got quite a bit to do on that, so it's gonna be a little while. Oh, that's a nice one, Jean. I'll put that up. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Yeah, thank you. What surprises me a bit is actually how big a space you need to get any sort of meaningful. How can I put it? Be able to run a few more trains. Yes, you can make a very small one and just run a loco in and out, or do a TMD and just run locos in and out. Just run them out as though they're going to the station to connect up to a train, which is nice. And in O gauge, they're impressive, aren't they? But I just wanted something that would have different stages. So you can have the passenger trains coming in this particular case, hopefully two. One in and one out, or whatever. If I make the engine shed not the engine shed and an unloading bay, then that would work because it's got one line and it only needs one line. And then maybe the little short one that's going up towards the tunnel, as I said, could be an engine shed. Because I think on a very small station like this, you wouldn't have a load of engines, would you? You might have one overnight, ready for the early morning run. So have a think what I've said, and please do come back to me on the comments if you had any ideas. Yeah, they always say make your baseboards as big as you can. You're going back to the bridge, are you, Colin? Well, I think your bridge is bigger than my whole layout. So yeah, well done on doing that. It's going to look fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So well done. And I'm looking forward to the video with it all completed and starting to make the layout. So yeah, if we go back to that, this is about it. I can add maybe half an inch to the length so that the door will still shut. And obviously, if I get the two boards that I've said, and if you weren't here when I said that, what I'm planning on doing is where the window reveal goes back, I'm going to have a joint across there, so that I've got one board that is maybe 5 foot long, or a little bit under probably, and then this other board at this end where the window is will be a full board. I might take the bevel off one end so I don't catch it like I have with a unit. And there will be there is a scope maybe to get another siding in, so we'll see. But obviously the minute you put a point in, you lose the sort of the area you can have a train. So it's almost, you'd have to run one in, stop it at the station if it's a passenger one, let the passengers get out and all the passengers get in, and then run it back out again, and it'll disappear, and you take it off because it's going to be too long probably to let the other train get past it, and carry on like that. But you can have them loaded, and then as they finish their stint, they just get taken off. And I've got a table here, I can put them on here. So there we go. So bye bye, Mr. Colin, and yeah, look forward to seeing your what's her name. So yes, Jimmy, that would be good. So I think you want me to just, before I go, to put the 395 on. So I'll go and get it. So Gene, what was that? It sounds like what you're looking for is actually the traffic idea. So you have to have the company company sofa. Is that right? The area. No, yeah. Okay. Right. I'll go and get. We'll get a very strange engine. Very strange train. I'll be back in a minute. Oh dear. Oh. So I think the 15XX can come off, and this little strange train here can go on. And whether it will run or not, I don't know. Should do. I can get it on. It's quite difficult to put these on, I find, because the wheels are so small. Right, it's on. Okay, so the story behind this is the 121 bubble car was broken down, so they've decided to just send this in, so that the passengers have got something to get on. So let's see if I can find it. It should be on here somewhere, I think. That's assuming it is on here. Yeah, it must be, surely. Yeah, there it is. No, that's the other one. No, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Right. So no sounds to this. It's silent. There's no sound decoder, but I do have lights, and the lights have worked. Good. So this is really, really strange, everybody. So this is just for Jimmy, because he likes this. But the other 4 or 5 carriages are upstairs in the loft. But I'll try anything once. I'll just move that up a little bit so that I don't go to the wrong one. So no sounds, but we do have electric. So this would be absolutely impossible on this layout, because it's an electric train that needs either overhead or third rail. But here she comes. Didn't stop very well. So we let the passengers get out and the new ones get in, and then how you flaming drive it, I don't know, but we'll have a go. Have to have somebody standing in the back corridor door, and with a walkie-talkie to tell him where he's going and what to do. Because I suspect that the windows in this do not open in the driver's cab. Because I think if you open them at 125 miles an hour, you'd probably lose your wig. There we are. Well, it did the job. And we'll turn the lights off as it goes. And they did go red on the way back. There we are. Okay, everybody. I think that's it. Oh, hello, Jeff. I'm sorry, mate. I am going. Please have a look at this. You've got more experience than me of building layouts, because you're on your second one, aren't you? And I'm just trying to do an end-to-end here. So there's 3 live streams. I did 2 yesterday, and I'm doing this one today, and I'm about to end it. I've been on for an hour and 20. Well, yeah. By the time I prevaricate and say goodbye and whatever, it's probably going to be an hour and 30 minutes, and it's time for my cup of tea at 3 o'clock. So, yes, got to get out. So, welcome, and I'm sorry I didn't see you when you first come in, but I was busy with the controls, is what I'll say. So I've enjoyed this. It's certainly better than yesterday's one, and the Ginty was behaving a bit better today. So there we are, you know. Well, you've just seen that. It's on there. So if you missed it, you'd have to watch the playback, wouldn't you? Yeah, you do that, Jeff. Thank you. And they're only about, well, this one's been the longest at an hour and a half, and the other two are about an hour and 5 and an hour and 6. But I'm sure you can find bits where you want to fast forward it. I certainly do. So, everybody, I'm going to push the end stream button. And as I'm a bit late, I'm just going to do this one. And you'll know I'm in mean business when I post it. But thank you very much, everybody, for coming on the stream. And watch out for my next. It'll be a video next time, an upload on the new one of my new locos, the new loco, rather than the old new loco. All right, everybody. So cheers, everybody. Cheers. There we are. That's what I usually finish with. So I'm just pushing the end stream button now. And yes, Jimmy, ta-ta for now. Nice one. And yeah, I've really enjoyed this. So please tell your mates, or let other people see what I'm going to try and do. And as I say, actually getting the track and maybe doing the baseballs is the easy bit for me. The difficult bit's going to be scenics, absolutely. So we'll see. Right, I'm going. So, ending stream now, he says.